Hello everyone, good morning. We're just going to get started in some time. So we are back with another guided newspaper practice session. I'm just waiting for around 60 seconds so that all the students can join in comfortably. Just give me a hello in the comments box if you're in and you can get my audio and video. Just give me a hello. All right. Hello Madhvi. Hi Saurabh. Technical Basic. Ajit. Sharandeep. Good morning. Hi Rajvi. Good to have all of you in class. Hello Avinash. All right, wonderful. Hi, Anamika. Okay, so I'll just quickly tell you what are these sessions and why do we do it. These are guided newspaper practice classes. Through these classes, we aim to improve our English from a fundamental level. Okay, so we'll be doing 3 rounds of it. The first round will be a mix of listening and reading. So I'll be going through the entire article and explaining the meaning. Your aim should be to understand whatever is written. Okay, so simply understand English. That's all. Okay, that's the first round. Second round, I would be taking a specific paragraph and I'll be reading it very slowly. You just have to imitate the right pauses, stresses, and pronunciation. All right. And finally, the last round will be about writing. So you will tell me your opinion, you will express your thoughts into words, and you will give me some sentences out of the new words we learned. Okay, that's the idea. Yes, all the others who've just joined in, Anamika, Digvijay, Jia, Shilpa, Nina, Gayatri, Vamsi, Gagandeep, Sadhna, Murtaza. Good to have all of you in class. Okay, so let's begin. Let's do the first round. Now, let's start. Setting the table for a safe food boom. Okay, boom means a rapid increase. So setting the table, so setting the context for that. Hi, Shiv Kailash. Now, let's start. Sunil Sasidharan, an interior decorator from Chennai, Mamta Sahu, a gynecologist from Noida, and Azan Khan, a Delhi based musician, had their moment of epiphany. What do you mean by epiphany? Okay, tell me, epiphany? A few moments ago, a few months ago, sorry. Okay, so they had their moment of epiphany. So, epiphany is that one instant when you get a great idea, a great thought, okay, a great realization. That is called epiphany. Okay, so had their moment of epiphany a few months ago. What was that epiphany? Let's see. As India went into a stringent lockdown. What do you mean by stringent? Good, Jitin, Balu, Sravya, good to have you in classes. Good, good. Tell me, stringent. As India went into a stringent lockdown in late March to control the spread of COVID 19, all three made a fundamental shift in their daily routines. Okay, so all these three protagonists here made a fundamental shift in their daily routines. What is that fundamental shift? They started growing a part of their daily diet in the little space available around them. So they started growing pulses, food, vegetables, whatever it is, in their houses itself. Okay, on the terrace, in the balcony, around the garage. Okay, this is what they started to do. Now, Khan, with a group of friends, even revived an acre of fallow land on the outskirts of Delhi. Okay, now, what do you mean by this? Even revived. What do you mean by revived? Revived means to restart something. Okay, and to make so in this particular context is to make this particular piece of land productive again. Okay, now, even reviving nature of fallow land. What do you mean by fallow? Fallow means a kind of land which is probably plowed. So, have you seen those pieces of land which have been dug up? Yeah, but there are no plants there yet. Okay, you don't have crops there yet, but they have been dug up, right? So, that kind of a land. Fallow land on the outskirts of Delhi. What do you mean by outskirts? The border areas. Okay, the first harvest from that plot. What do you mean by harvest? The completed crop. So the crop has grown fully, it has given you the yield. So now you're plucking it out and then you're using it for various purposes. Okay. The first harvest from that plot, amaranth, basil, and spinach went as toppings on home baked pizzas. All right. So Khan grew these spices and these vegetables, and then it was used as a topping in home-based pizzas. Yeah, are all of you able to understand what's going on? So what are people doing? They're growing vegetables at homes itself. Okay, either on the terrace, okay, or in the balcony, all these different places. Khan, in fact, went outside Delhi and then he took an acre of land and started growing these spices there. Okay, good, good, Ajit, Urvashi. It's not cultivable, Ajit. It is cultivable. Okay, but it has not been used yet. That's all. That way. Now, while Khan and his friends were driven by the motto of self-reliance, okay, by the mission of self-reliance, that is, they need not depend on others for vegetables, aiming to go off the grid in a few years, Sasidharan and Sahu wanted their greens to be safe, minus any chemical fertilizers and pesticides. Okay. What do you mean wanted their greens? Green vegetables. Okay. They wanted that to be free of any chemicals and all of that. So that's what the entire organic vegetables are. The narrative of organic vegetables is based on that, right? Free of chemical. Now, Sahu began with seeds from the kitchen, growing pumpkin and coriander. So you have these seeds anyway available in your kitchen. You have pumpkin, you can just take out a few seeds. So he started like that. But soon she went, okay, sorry, this is a lady. She went around in her car scouting for potting oil, organic manure, and vegetable seeds. So, what do you mean by potting oil? Potting soil, sorry. So, potting soil is basically the kind of soil that does not have the necessary nutrients. Okay, but you can make them healthy again using your organic manure and so on. Okay, now let's see what she is doing. Let's see how she is going about. My primary concern. What do you mean by primary concern? What do you mean by primary? Tell me my primary concern. So when somebody says this is my primary concern, what do you mean by that? Tell me. Good, Neeraj. Gagandeep, others, yeah? Yeah, scouting means searching. Very good, Madhavi, correct. So when we say primary concern, it means main. Yes, my main concern. Okay, top priority. Okay, the top priority was to ensure that the cooked meal is free from chemicals. But I discovered that growing your own food can be very therapeutic, Sahu said. Now, what's the meaning of this? So initially, she just wanted food that's free from chemicals. That was her aim. But then when she started growing it, she found the entire process itself to be very interesting. To be very, when you say therapeutic, it is good for the mind and body, that kind. Okay, and it makes you feel good about something. Okay, that's therapeutic. It kind of relieves your stress. Okay, so she found the process itself to be like that. Okay, not just the end result, but the process too. Sasidharan, who now tends to bird's eye chilies and plantains, okay, plantains, bananas, after being prodded on by his 14-year-old daughter and 74-year-old mother, says the taste of homegrown greens cannot be expressed in words. What do you mean by prodded? Prodded, prodded means to poke. Okay. And in this case, it means that the 14-year-old daughter and the 74-year-old mother kind of prodded him, means poked him to do it. Okay. They kind of encouraged him. Okay. Pushed him to do something like this. So now he says the taste of homegrown greens cannot be expressed in words. So it is that good. All right. Now let's keep going. Let's see. Khan and his friends, who have transformed what was being used as a neighborhood dump yard following days of killer morning workouts, have named their group Prema Culture. Okay. All right. Now, let's go. Let's see. Let's go forward and see how they have done this, how they have transformed the neighborhood dump yard. Their goal is to rebuild the plot on the principles of Prema Culture, which tries to mimic natural ecosystems. Okay, let's go forward and see. We want to be independent of monoculture food systems, which have degraded land and water sources, said Zainab, a member of the group. So basically, it says that when you say monoculture food system, you grow the same crop over and over again. So they're trying to probably, have different crops at different times and so on. Okay. All of you able to understand what's going on? Just give me a yes if you're able to understand whatever is going on here. Just normal people like you and I trying to grow vegetables. Okay, so they are not experts. Some are doing it inside their home, some are just taking a plot of land outside and then they're trying to grow something there. Okay, so just normal people who have suddenly got inspired by growing vegetables. Okay, Good. Okay. Now, being locked up inside the home due to a pandemic has forced many families to not only increase the frequency of home cooked meals, but also engage with the ingredients that go into them. Okay, very interesting, right? So the thing is that not just increase the frequency, not just that you eat more, but you also kind of engage with the ingredients. Now when you engage, you think about it, you try to grow it, you kind of experiment with it and so on. You might have seen that a lot of people are experimenting with cooking during the lockdown, right? So similar. And individuals like Sahu, Sasidhar, and Khan, who are trying their hands at farming for the first time, are a minuscule yet growing tribe in India. Okay, how many of you have are trying it? How many of you have tried at least a little bit during the lockdown where you try to grow some kind of a plant? Okay. Now, yeah, Avinash, I hope Engage is clear. Engage is to kind of think about the ingredients a little bit more, trying to experiment with it, trying to grow it, and so on. Okay. Now, edible roots. Let's do a couple more paragraphs and then we'll go to the next round. Edible Roots, a Delhi-based company which helps set up kitchen gardens and offers plots on rent to grow organic produce, has witnessed a growing interest among families. So, are you able to see this? There is a company now called Edible Roots, a Delhi based company. You can contact them and they'll help you to grow stuff in your kitchen. And they'll also offer you maybe a plot somewhere where you can grow your own produce. Okay, so see, it's actually happening. Okay, despite financial constraints faced by households, so people are of course tight for finances, right? Because some people have lost their jobs and so on. The number of inquiries for setting up kitchen gardens has doubled in the recent months. Okay, so a lot of them want to do it, even though they don't have a lot of budget, they still want to. Okay, but minuscule means very small. Madhvi, good. Shiv Kailash, good. Technical basic. Neeraj, Alekhya, Saurabh, Gagandeep, Gayatri, Jia, Shiv Kailash, very good, very good. Okay, all right now. So he is the founder and CEO, and he is saying that the interest is increasing. People seem to be eating more at home and they are eating much more of traditional food sourced from local vendors as well as directly from growers, which is good. Okay, so people are doing this, they are kind of receptive to that as well. Okay, now said Rujita Divekar, a Mumbai based nutritionist. Have you heard of this person, Rujita Divekar? Very popular. Now, on the flip side, cautions Divekar, sales of packaged ready to eat food has also shot up, and brands are trying to monetize consumer fear by promoting products as immunity enhancers. So, what is Rujita Divekar saying? She's saying that, okay, people are kind of happy and people are open towards eating traditional food and they are kind of taking it directly from farmers and then they're cooking it at home, which is very good. But this packaged ready to eat food has also increased. So the kind of food where you simply put it in a bowl of boiling water and then the food becomes ready, that kind of food is not good. But she's saying that has also increased because these brands are saying that it will boost your immunity, so you should eat them. Okay, so that's how the advertising is playing. Okay, now, okay, one more paragraph. It's a very interesting one. So one more. It's not surprising that organic food brands are expecting brisk sales, banking on a behavioral change amid the pandemic. What do you mean by banking on? Is it actually your bank service? When we say banking on, are we actually talking about bank service? What are we talking about? What are we talking about here? Are expecting brisk sales. Brisk sales means steady increase. Okay, a steady increase in sales. Steady sales. Steady positive sales. Yeah. Banking on. So here it means relying on. Okay, these guys are expecting positive sales. Why? Because they are relying on a behavioral change amid the pandemic. People want to eat only organic food now. Okay, people's minds are kind of playing with them like that. That only organic foods are safe. The urban consumer's engagement with food is not cosmetic anymore. Okay, it has gone beyond having a cup of green tea. So earlier it was just about style, right? That you have a cup of green tea and it's stylish. But now it's not the case. People are very health conscious. There is a heightened awareness of what is going inside one's body. Okay, so said N. Balasubramanian, CEO of 24 Mantra Organic, a leading brand which sources non-perishables such as wheat and pulses from over 60,000 partner farmers. So they collect it directly from farmers. That is how it is. Okay, is this clear? Did you all understand the entire passage? Everyone? Understood? Just give me understood on the comments box. Yeah. Counting on. Yes, banking on is definitely counting on. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Now tell me your opinion. What do you think about this? What do you think about such a trend where people are trying to grow their own vegetables? There are, in fact, companies that have come up to help people do that. So there's definitely a demand. Okay. Only then there will be new companies, right? Otherwise, why will new companies come up for that space? Okay. So there is some kind of demand. Good, Vamsi, Jia, Jevita, Asif. Good to have you in class, Asif. Hope you're doing well. Okay. Saurabh, Balakrishnan, good to have you in class too. Neeraj, Madhvi, Shivkailash, Gayatri. Tell me, Nina, good. What do you think? It can be anything, okay? You can say it's good. People are aware. You can also say that the young generation will not waste food because now they'll realize how much effort goes into growing crops and harvesting them. Okay, you can say that, or you can say that it's not it should not really be done by everyone, because I think everyone should specialize in whatever he or she is good at. People should not start doing everything. It will disturb the farmers, whatever. Okay, or you can say it is good to consider it as a hobby instead of wasting time watching television. Maybe children can do something like this is a productive activity. Okay, whatever you think, anything. Okay, the intention is not to check your opinion, and the intention is not to see what you actually think. The intention is to see how you are able to convert your thoughts into words and what kind of good words you can use in the process. Okay, so good, Sravya says it's good, it's a very healthy process because you're able to eat organic food, so it's good, Sravya. Others, tell me. It's a nice idea to cultivate organic spices in your own garden, as we can save money. Good, Gayatri. Ajit, I do believe that people are nowadays more conscious about their health and try to have organic food which are grown by themselves. But good sentence, Ajit. Very nice. Rajvi, it's good. People have some activity. Good, Rajvi. Yeah, it's good to have such an initiative, Kshitij. But commercialization will cost more. Good, Saurabh. Everyone should try planting. They can consume packaged food, which shows it is free from chemicals, but there are other ingredients. Absolutely. Asif, very creative. Good. Saurabh, good. Gagandeep, promoting kitchen gardening is a great towards healthier lifestyle because people will eat organic. Very good sentence, Gagandeep. Excellent. Good job. Avinash, it's a good way to spend time in. Yeah. Jia, it is a type of relaxing activity as well as good. Madhavi, I consider his best hobby. Good. Good. Very nice. Good sentences coming in. Very solid. Very good. Okay. Okay. So what we'll do now is we'll also take up speaking. So I'm going to take a particular paragraph and the next one. And as I read the next one, you are all going to repeat after me, but you're not going to do it in a dull way. So you're not going to literally read it. You're going to speak about this to someone else. So that's how you're going to say. You're not going to say Bala Subramanian is expecting a robust, not like that. Your voice should go up and down. Okay, very good, Murtaza, Neeraj, Vamsi, Sharandeep. Good to have you in class, Sharandeep. Good. Very nice. Very nice. Okay, let's begin. Okay, blessing in disguise, good idiom used. Murtaza. Okay. But why blessing in disguise though? Um, because it's a blessing directly, right? You will say blessing in disguise when something looked bad initially, and then but it turned out to be good. So, for example, you will say the lockdown was a blessing in disguise because I could study a lot. Okay, because the lockdown it looked very bad initially, but actually it was good because you got time to study. Okay, in that context. Okay, let's start. Bala Subramanian is expecting, repeat, a robust 40% revenue growth. A robust, punch this up. Robust means strong, sturdy. Okay. A robust 40% revenue growth in the packaged organic food industry. Repeat. In 2021, about double the growth seen in the past few years. What do you mean by double the growth? Earlier, maybe it was only 20%. Now it's 40%. Okay. Hopefully, repeat. Hopefully, The change is for good. What do you mean by for good? Means permanently. Okay, does not mean for positive. Okay, for good means permanently. The change is for good. As households spend less on travel and white goods, they will opt for they will opt for healthier food. Healthier. Okay, so remember this is goods. Okay, not goods, say goods. Similarly, foods. Don't say foods, say foods. Okay, now going ahead. However, okay, so whenever you have however, you know that there is a twist in the plot. So your tone should indicate that. However, there are downside risks. Okay, perishables like organic vegetables, perishables like organic vegetables not only cost 20 to 30% more, but also see recurring price fluctuations. Recurring, repeating, recurring price fluctuations. When regular tomatoes, repeat, and potatoes retail at a steep 70 rupees and 35 rupees per kg, as they do now, higher prices of the organic variety may push the consumers away, especially since household finances are already stretched, are already stretched due to job losses and pay cuts. Okay, I hope you're also able to understand what's going on. Just type yes if you were able to understand what's going on. That why would the organic market not pick up that much? Because the regular ones itself are so expensive. So the organic ones are going to be even more expensive, but people are undergoing some kind of a crunch, right? So they have, there are job losses, there are pay cuts. So why will they say, let me eat organic? So people are probably thinking that, hey, any food is good enough for now in this crisis. I don't have the liberty of, opting for organic food. Okay. Good. Bindu, Saurabh, Gagandeep, Asif. Good job. Okay. Kshitij, Shravya, Utkarsh, Vinash. Okay. Okay. Now, let's keep going. One more paragraph, and then we'll do writing. Okay. Organic Farmers Market, a chain of 15 retail stores in Chennai, a chain of 15 retail stores in Chennai, which opened a decade ago. Perishables means one that can get spoiled. Yeah. Okay. So vegetables are perishables because if you keep tomatoes open for 3 days, then they'll get spoiled like that. Okay. Which opened a decade ago, aiming to popularize organic food, aiming to popularize organic food among middle income consumers, has already started witnessing cutbacks. Has already started witnessing cutbacks in the perishable category. Okay, so see, again, the perishable category means your vegetables, your tomatoes and your potatoes probably will not perish so soon, but still. Okay, yeah. Now again, witnessing cut back, okay, is basically like cutting down on the spending. Okay, all right, all right. Good, Pallavi. Good to have you in class. Steffi, Gayatri, Jia. Good, good. Okay, all right. So now what we'll do is we'll try to make some sentences out of the words we have learned. Okay. Let us go right to the top and let's see what can be some good words that we can take up. Okay, let us start with epiphany. Okay, you can say I had an epiphany. You can say I had a moment of epiphany. Okay, when you suddenly realize something, you got a great idea. Sorry. Okay, you had a great idea, that moment of spark. Okay, that's called epiphany. Tell me. You can say that I had an epiphany of improving the processes in my organization. Okay, I had an epiphany, a great thought that came to me. Okay, so I was struggling with it, and then I had an epiphany. Go ahead, give me a sentence. When you suddenly realize something, usually when you get a great idea, when you realize something very strongly, okay, and used in positive sense. Epiphany. Epiphany, the first sentence is already out by Madhvi. My friend's Epiphany. Okay, you have to put the apostrophe, but good. Led our team. Okay, but you have to say LED. I had an epiphany while watching videos on YouTube. Good, Saurabh. Good. Others? Rajvi, I had an epiphany of broadcasting my work. Good, Rajvi. Very good, Rajvi. Good, good. Gagandeep, my father had an epiphany. Ajit, I had an epiphany to start. Very good. Shiv Kailash, I have an epiphany. You cannot say I have, you can say I had. Just one moment, right? So you cannot say you're continuously having it. Okay, but good try, Shiv Kailash. Bindu, I had an epiphany to use organic. Good, Utkarsh, I had a moment of epiphany while I was walking in the morning and I suddenly got a great startup idea. Wonderful. Good, Utkarsh. Kshitij, I had an epiphany which helped us crack meat. Very good. Nice, Kshitij. Asif, I had an epiphany to efficiently cook my food. Good, Asif. Good job, Akhila. Very nice, very nice. Okay, you all of you are able to use the word epiphany very well. Okay, it is called epiphany. Okay, ph sounds it comes out as a f sound, first sound, epiphany. Okay, all right. Next, let us do. Let us do the word scouting. Scouting. Okay, scouting means to search. Okay, to search for intensively. So you can say scouting, for example, you will say it is used in recruitment. You can say that I was scouting for new leaders in my organization. Okay, scouting means searching. Tell me, give me were sentences with scouting. It's used a lot in business context. I had a moment of epiphany, Nandini. Good. I went on scouting for candidates, scouting for IELTS courses. Okay. Scouting for hidden treasure. Good. Scouting for a good job. Good. Scouting for manuscriptors. Okay. Scouting for MNS company, MNC. Okay. Football teams are scouting. Yes. Used a lot in sports. Used a lot whenever you're searching for employees, talented people. Okay. Whenever you're searching for talent, you will say scouting. Okay. I've reviewed IPL scouting reports. Yes. Good. IPL scouting. Yes. Okay. All right. Okay. Next, let us do this word therapeutic. Therapeutic. Now, therapeutic, you can attach it to any activity which makes you feel good. Okay. Relieves your stress, makes you feel good mentally, physically. That's called therapeutic. Okay. It's like a therapy, right? Which, where you are able to counter some disease. Okay. So that's therapeutic. So you can say listening to Arijit Singh's songs is therapeutic. Okay. Because you feel calm and relaxed. While reading stories, I am scouting on Google. Okay. Good, everyone. Madhvi, having a short talk is therapeutic. Gardening is therapeutic. Well, there you go. Organic foods have a therapeutic effect on our health. Good. Shravya, very good. Good. Rajvi, you're giving some very good sentences. Yeah. Bindu, yoga is therapeutic. Good. Shubham, yoga in the morning is a good therapeutic exercise. Listening to melodious during walk is therapeutic. Murtaza, meditation can be therapeutic. Manoj, badminton. Okay. For everyone, there's a different activity. Good. Okay. Okay. Nina, yoga is therapeutic. Very nice. For Asif, adventure stories. For Shitij, therapeutic index of. Okay. All right. Uh, Medical terminology. All right. Good. Shitij, I think you're a doctor. Nandini, healthy food is therapeutic. Akhila, I am really therapeutic. While you cannot say I am really, you can say I feel therapeutic. Okay. Gym exercises therapist, not therapist. You say therapeutic. Okay. Therapist is a person that provides the therapy. Okay. So you cannot use it in that way. Yeah, therapeutic, correct, Pallavi. Very good. Therapeutic. Okay, repeat the word therapeutic. Okay. All right, wonderful. That brings us to the end of class. Good, Javita. Very good. Smell of the first rainfall is very therapeutic. Wonderful, wonderful. Good one. Okay. All right. So that brings us to the end of the class. Thank you, everyone, for joining in. It was good fun today. A very interesting article of how people are taking up farming in their own hands and they're actually playing around really well with it. A lot to learn, lots of new words, lots of new ideas and perspectives that we could gather. So that brings us to the end of the class. I'll also, give you the link of the fast track program in case someone wants to know about it. That's one of the advanced courses that we have. Lots of students are already part of it. As I can see, Palvi, a new student who only joined yesterday, Shiv Kailash, Avinash, Jia, Ajit, and so on. So this is only for those who are not part of it. And if you want to, then here you go. Okay, so I'm just providing the link of this, and I'll not be describing it in a lot of detail. You can fill it up. Our counselor will give you a call. You can discuss, and if it suits your requirements, then you can get in if you want to. Okay, yeah. Shravya, you too. Yeah. So these are your recorded lessons. What's this program? Very, very quickly. These are the set of recorded videos. Then you have the daily life classes. Then you have 10 full length mock tests, and finally you have unlimited doubt clearance. So all the learning features packed into one. Okay. So if you want to get in, if you want to know more, the link is on the live chat box on the description. You can fill it up. Our counselor will give you a call and then you can take it forward. All right. So take care, everyone. It was a pleasure to be hosting this class. I'll see you in the next class. Until then, bye bye.